You are looking at 10 games. They seem random. But when I tell you why I have these 10 games out, it's because it's a very special occasion. Hello everyone, I'm Lone Wolf. I know a lot of you aren't expecting me to make any videos, but I feel like this series would be special. This series is a very interesting series because it is the 30th anniversary of Humongous Entertainment, and it'll be on, the actual anniversary is November 6, 1992, the day that a little purple car made his way onto computer screens. I was going to say television screens. But for now, you're going to be stuck with this chronological series, whereas I play some games and I get to play them. Now, I'm not going to play, this game or this game or this game because it's more geared towards younger audiences. But I'm going to play this game because today, as of today, not March, May 19th, 2022, this is the first Humongous Entertainment game, if I remember correctly, that actually brings in, and just checking my notes here. Yes, this is the very first game that this is the very first game that has pro players. Of course, I'm talking about Backyard Baseball 2001. Now, Backyard Baseball, I will do a video on later. However, that video will be released on its actual date to celebrate the anniversary because we're celebrating all things Humongous Entertainment. Alright, hang on. I'm going to check something, so give me a moment. Actually, never mind. Okay, I was going to check my microphone, but what the heck. Alright. So let's get started. I'll let the intro cinematic play out. Nostalgia. In the demo, you could only play between the Reds and the, yeah. Anyways, let's meet some of the players. Alright. Let's start off with A and we'll, work our way down. Alex Gonzalez, Florida Marlins. Alex Rodriguez, formerly of the Seattle Mariners, now is known as one of the biggest cheaters in all of baseball. Well, used to be. Barry Bonds, the second biggest cheater, if not tied for the biggest cheater. Wait, he actually is tied for one of the biggest cheaters. Barry Larkin, World Series champion 1990. If I remember correctly, I believe. Let me see. Yes, he is correct. Cal Ripken Jr., the man who broke the record for most consecutive games played. The biggest cheater in Major League Baseball. This is the man who essentially said, I want to do a cheating system. He was singled out. So, Carlos Beltran and Barry Bonds, I'm going to have to close the comments for this one. Because, what I'm saying right now. Chipper Jones, Curt Schilling, now an outcast because of his views. Yeah, now I'm definitely glad I closed the comments of this motherfucker. By the way, this is my jam right here. But I'll listen to it later. Derek Jeter. Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. I mean, the dude could play baseball. Actually, he could smack a baseball. Gretchen Hasselhoff. Pudge Rodriguez. The dude cannot be stolen on. I mean, you want to steal on this motherfucker? Listen, you cannot steal on Ivan fucking Rodriguez. He'll throw you out and he'll make it look easy. Had Pudge played with Javier Baez, good throw, good tags, you wouldn't even be able to get a fucking stolen base in. Put him and Baez on the same team and see how they do against the 2014 Kansas City Royals, because those motherfuckers could run. They stole more bases in the postseason, including, if I remember correctly, 7 in the 2014 wildcard game against the Athletics. And if you've never seen that game, do me a favor, watch at least a condensed version. It is worth it. Jason Giambi probably faded into obscurity, if I remember correctly. Jason Kendall, Jeff Bagwell. Now look at the logo they have here and the logo they have here. That looks good. Jeremy Burnett, Jose Canseco. God, that fucking Devil Rays logo screams 90s. Juan Gonzalez, traded to the Tigers. Ken Griffey Jr., who never won a World Series, unfortunately. But he did get into the Hall of Fame. Kenny Lofton, of course. Larry Walker. Yeah. Mark McGwire. Dude could hit home runs, but you know, he and Sosa saved baseball along with Cal Ripken Jr. in the mid to late 90s. Long story short, MLB had a work stoppage that canceled the World Series in 94 and was threatening to kill the game, but well, they came to an agreement because I believe Sonia Sotomayor, if I remember correctly, now a Supreme Court justice. I'm definitely glad I turned off the comments for this video. Essentially told them, you got to get back to work under the same fucking agreement they had prior. Cordova. Yeah, I have no idea what happened to him. Piazza hit one of the most famous home runs in Major League history when he hit a home run to give the Mets the lead in 2001. I think 10 days after the 9/11 attacks. Mo Vaughn. Oh my god. I wish the Angels would keep this. I mean, you could literally keep that name. A lot of people didn't like it, but I love it. Noma. Look at this guy. I mean, he never won a World Series, but he did hit a great he did hit 2 important home runs in 2006 for the Dodgers. And I was there for both of them. September of 2006, just look up Dodgers 4 home runs. Boom. And of course, he hit the game-winning home run on that night. And then Fan Appreciation Day hits a walk-off grand slam, if I remember correctly. The man, the myth, the legend, Pablo Sanchez. I'm sorry, I gotta keep the video going. Randy Johnson, the big unit. Dude's like 6'11" or something. Let me check, man. Yeah, he won a World Series in 2001. Thank Luis Gonzalez for that. I was off by an inch. He's 6'10". Yeah. Raul Mondesi. Yeah, this dude was a Dodger. Then I believe Because Sean Green came to the Dodgers in that trade, he went to the Blue Jays. Sosa, this guy was essentially a good fit for the Cubs. And the player I idolized growing up, I shit you not, I'm sorry I'm gushing over, but I shit you not, I used to imitate his batting stance. Tony Gwynn, rest in peace, man. Yeah. Vladimir Guerrero. Do not run on this guy. He could play right field like no one's business. And there we go. Now I do have a couple of games loaded up. Let me try this one. Yeah. Actually, hang on. Let's try this one. We'll play about, I think it's 9 innings. Yeah, we'll play about 5 innings. We'll do a run rule. If they're up by more than 20 after, or if they're up by more than 10 after, we'll do like Little League rules. If they're up by 10, speaking of which, I'm actually going to have to look that up to see what's going on. Hang on. Alright, so if after 3 innings, 2.5 innings, the home team, one team is ahead. Actually, let me rephrase that. If after 3 innings or 2.5 innings, if the home team is ahead, if a team has a lead of more than 15 runs or 15 or more runs, the manager of the team with the least runs shall concede victory. And if after 4 innings or 3.5, if the home team's ahead, then they're ahead by 10 runs, then they'll, yeah. Huh. So, yeah, there you go. So if the Red Sox score about 30 runs right now, the game's pretty much over. Oh, you're not supposed to let, Sanchez is not supposed to hit out. He's supposed to hit it out. Like McGuire here, who just hit it out after, oh, fucking dump truck, man. Ernie Steele just probably had to, that's an out at first or second day of the week. Kendall flew out. Okay. Let's see. So 3.5 innings because it looks like we might. Oh. And there we go. Yeah, there we go. Larkin. Barry tried and he failed. It's a foul ball. But yeah, this series started back in 1996 with the release of Backyard Baseball, which introduced us to, of course, Sanchez and his friends. Speaking of Sanchez, bam, or Sanchez, whatever, that's a home run. That's an out. Oh, never mind. That's out of here. Alright. Oop. I'm just fucking up. That's an out. Alright, let's see. Kenny actually had the unfortunate honor of playing. Wait, let me check that rule again. So 3 innings. Okay. So the 15 run rule is now in very serious contention, and there it is. So that means if after the 3rd inning they don't score like, if after the 3rd inning the Hornets don't score like 3 runs or something, the game will end. Yep, there's 1, and there's 1. So it's still 15 runs. Alright, if Sanchez hits it out, or, oh, it's like, alright. Alright. They literally need to, and, oh, weak hitters, man. And that's the 3rd inning, so that's the game. 16-1. The only home run for the Hornets is Barry Bonds, of course. But the problem is, the game is over because I'm implementing the 15-run rule. Alright. Never done that in the game, but... Alright. Alright. So, let's go to Parks Department number 2. Let's pick Pablo. Watch this.
Yo, primero, yo. Escógeme. Yo juego muy bien.
Sí, juegas muy bien. Alright. So, Mr. Clanky, obviously. Alright. Alright. 10 feet. Aroldis Chapman here. Let's get some change-ups in here. So I can at least make some contact so I can talk a bit. But yeah, this series actually does have some other games. You got, you have Backyard Baseball for the Game Boy Advance in 2002. But that had Mike Piazza. Then Backyard Baseball 3 released for Backyard Baseball released 2002. And they were actually producing games as late as 2015. But the last proper Backyard Baseball game, per se, that didn't have like a name attached to it, was Backyard Baseball 2009 or 2010. But it came out for the Nintendo DS, the Nintendo Wii, and the PlayStation 2. And Backyard Baseball 2009, which was released in 2008, was the very last Backyard Baseball game to be released on the PC. Now this obviously Now Backyard Baseball 2015 was an iOS exclusive. An iOS and Android exclusive, so it was a mobile game. Oh, I hit the board. Alright. So Backyard Soccer, known as Backyard Football in European, or Junior Sports Football on the PlayStation, was released on September 26, 1998. And that in itself was really good. But yeah, it's a fun game if you ever ask me. In fact, I played it so much as a kid. I still have the original disc. But of course, you know, as with Backyard Baseball 2001, Backyard Soccer MLS Edition, the game that I got as a present, came out the same year as this game. So, it's really cool. Alright. We're not going to leave till Pablo hits 50. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. 2 more. Same with... And that's 50. Okay, so Backyard Football, the original one, came out September 14th, 1999. But I know someone's going to say, but Lone Wolf, didn't Backyard Football come out before Backyard Baseball? Well, yeah. However, Backyard Baseball came first. And I'm going to retract my statement and say it was the very first Yeah. The last backyard baseball or the last backyard football game was in 2009. And it came out for the PlayStation 2, the Wii, and the Xbox 360. Ooh, that might be interesting. But Backyard Baseball is the original Backyard series. Pretty dang much. And yeah. So, with that being said, look at this. This is a spray chart. So with that, thus begins an interesting series. 22 years ago today, Humongous Entertainment dropped the Backyard Baseball series. And thus began, actually 22 years ago today, Backyard Baseball 2001, which has become one of the most iconic games in sports history, if I may say, was released. That is all, my friends. Yes, this is a special series. It doesn't sound like it's rushed. However, I can assure you, when I saw how rushed it was, I actually finished up my dinner, and then I just came here. So, with that, so this video will be the only video that will, excuse me. This is the only video that will talk about it and do some trivia. And that's all I gotta say about it. Alright? I will see you all later. See you all in the next one.